On July 31st, 2024, a dinner at a restaurant turned chaotic when officers responded to a call about a disorderly woman. The incident began over a seemingly trivial issue. A chair was moved for a pregnant woman in a party of 11, which included the woman's daughter and granddaughter. But tensions flared when an employee confronted the group, allegedly grabbing a young man by the shirt and demanding they leave. The woman, refusing to go without her purse, found herself in a heated confrontation that quickly escalated.
You don't have to touch her.
She's going to jail.
Do not touch
Get out of the car now.
No, I'm not going to jail. Go
Someone
get
help
my
me get out of the car,
purse.
please. You're under arrest at this point in time, okay?
As officers arrived, they attempted to de-escalate by asking the woman to step out of her car to discuss the situation. She resisted, insisting she had done nothing wrong. "I'm not getting out of the car," she declared, even as the officer informed her she was under arrest for battery and obstruction. The battery charge stemmed from her throwing a plastic menu at the employee, while the obstruction charge came from her refusal to follow the officer's lawful order to exit the vehicle. Her frustration grew as she demanded to know why she was being arrested.
Stacey, come on. Just
The
Your hands behind your back.
don't worry, Stacey.
No, I'm not.
Back up.
No, I did nothing.
Put your hand behind your back. Put your hand behind your back, please.
The man grabbed our friend by the shirt and took my purse. I called him a name and walked out. What did I do?
Face the car. We'll find your second.
The woman explained her side. She had called the employee a name after he grabbed her friend by the shirt and refused to let her retrieve her purse from the restaurant. "He took my purse and told us to leave because we moved a chair for our child," she said, her voice filled with anger. The officer clarified that a business can ask anyone to leave for any reason, and when she refused to comply with their investigation, especially after allegedly throwing the menu, she crossed a legal line. Despite her protests, she was handcuffed and placed under arrest.
So mad. I was wrong.
Unfortunately, a business can kick you out for any reason.
We left.
They can kick you out for any
We
reason at all.
left. We left after he pulled the guy by the shirt.
Get browsing.
My daughter's here, my granddaughter. There's a party of 11. We moved a chair
That's up to the
And
business if they want to
okay.
ask you to leave.
and we left.
But when we show up and tell you to do something, you have to do it. We're investigating. We're being told you threw something at someone too.
Do something? No, I want my purse. He won't let me go back in and I want my purse. And he said, "We can't go back in. I want my purse."
Did she have the purse?
No, it was hanging on the back of my chair. They went back in to get it because he refused to let me in.
Somebody grabbed it, like one of the employees.
Okay, we'll make sure it's taken care of. So.
The employee shared his perspective, claiming the woman's group had caused a scene in the bar area. He said she screamed at him in front of everyone and threw the plastic menu at him after he locked the door to prevent a fight with one of her companions. "She threw it right at me," he stated, noting her behavior was disruptive. Meanwhile, the woman admitted to mouthing off, saying she was trying to distract the employee to prevent her young friend from fighting back. Her main concern, however, was her purse, which she refused to leave without, keeping her group at the scene longer than intended.
Using these chairs, I have a pregnant woman and the guy that wanted to sit at the bar.
Okay.
He flipped out on me, started screaming at me, cut me separate. There's no reason to come to asking you. So I gave the woman my chair instead.
Okay.
And then he decided to go outside and try to fight me. He took his shoes off, so I just locked the door.
Nice.
And then she comes over to me and starts screaming at me. I said, "Man, why are you screaming at me?"
Right.
And she just I'm talking screaming. So we're walking through here. And I get probably right about here, and here she just takes it and boom, chucks it right at me.
Okay. In front of everybody
In
too.
front of everybody.
The plastic thing, and I threw it down on the ground.
You threw it on the ground.
Yeah, I did that. That was me, not the boy. He was aggravating. I was trying to like distract them because I know the boy he grabbed would have fought back.
Okay. So you threw an insert with the specials on the ground.
Yeah, it was like a plastic thing on the table. I threw it on the ground. I screamed at him.
Okay.
So I shouldn't have resisted. And I'm like, what? Like,
Let's just stay.
I shouldn't have resisted.
Yeah, you should have. Listen, we're here.
I know, but I'm like, oh my God, but he's. The only reason we're still here. So he told us to leave. The only reason we're still here because he wouldn't let me go back in and get my purse. And so two of the guys were going back in to get my purse, and then they weren't coming out. And so I'm like we were worried. So
As officers searched for her purse, the woman apologized for her reaction, mentioning she was in counseling for such behavior and had never been in serious trouble before. only a speeding ticket on a military base. I shouldn't have resisted, she admitted, reflecting on her actions. She explained she was worried about her friend, who she feared would get into a fight, and was upset about being denied access to her purse. Eventually, the purse was located, but the damage was done. Her arrest for battery and obstruction stood, and she was issued a trespass warning, banning her from the restaurant.
You have to see where we're coming from.
I know.
We show up to this, you see me coming, you jump in the car, and you started flipping me off
I know.
and laughing.
No, I was.
Okay,
I'm like,
it happened, but
I'm like,
regardless.
what the,
And then when we tell you to stop and get out of the car, and then you just want to say, no, I'm not. And then even when Corporal got here, and it was just, and she was here, and she's telling you to get out of the car, and you're not getting out of the car. You know what I mean?
I know, it's so hard to be submissive.
I gotcha. What happened inside? Other than I know there was trying to move a chair, and
Yeah, we're all sitting, the women and the girls were all sitting at the bar, at like the big bar inside, and then we have 11 people. So then the guys were going to sit at the table, like in the bar. So they moved the chair from the bar
I saw the big chairs in there.
to the table
Island thing you guys were
to
saying.
the table bar.
Okay.
And then I don't know like why or what. Two other people came up, and that the guy in the orange shirt comes over and he's saying shit, and then to the guys, I don't know what he said or whatever. And then the one young guy in our crowd, he grabbed him by the back of the shirt or whatever, and then he's mouthing off to him. And so I jumped up because he's a young kid, and I knew he would like fight or get in trouble.
You were like sticking up.
So I just thought be mouthing off.
Okay.
So I jumped up, mouthed off or whatever. And then he like told us to leave. So as we're like, leaving, I'm just like mouthing on to him. And then when I came back over and where the bar where we were sitting, and my purse wasn't there, and I picked up the plastic thing, and I like that has the specials.
Yeah, it's got the little page
Yeah.
with the menu and the
took
drinks
it
and
I
stuff.
just, like threw it across on the table. I'm like, you prick.
They did find the purse? Okay.
Yeah.
They said somebody from the party they thought grabbed it and came back in. Okay.
Yeah, and then
The employee pressed charges, frustrated by the group's behavior,
so then when we
including the
came out,
woman's daughter
everybody,
honking the
let's
horn
leave,
and
let's
laughing
leave
as
or
they
whatever.
initially
The guy was
left.
being ridiculous.
The officer decided to charge her with
I'm like,
battery and
"I'm not
obstruction,
leaving without my purse."
opting not to add a disorderly conduct charge.
So then when
You're
that's
no
when I
longer
was
welcome
like,
at the restaurant, the officer informed her, as she was led to the patrol car. Despite her regret and fear of consequences, the woman's actions during the incident painted a complex picture of a heated moment spiraling out of control.
I'm sorry, I totally reacted when you grabbed
Been
me.
in trouble before?
Never.
Okay. I'm gonna go talk to them real quick again.
We were teasing earlier today. I have a speeding ticket for going 38 and a 30.
Whoever pulled you over for that didn't let
It was on the military base.
That explains that.
I mouth off. I do run my mouth, but I was so afraid that Dave was going to get in a fight with the guy and get in trouble.
And I asked the son, because they took all the chairs from the bar. I said, hey, you guys going to use these chairs or are you waiting for a table? Because there were two guests that walked up and they took the chairs away. So the son goes, well, we're waiting for a table. I said, okay, that's cool, thank you. These people like a seat. So he got up and started cussing at me, starts getting mad. I said, oh, why are you cussing at me? He goes, I'm going to put a $100 tip. I said, that's cool, that's not my problem. I was just asking if you could give these people his chair. So I got up and gave him my chair instead. So then he flipped out, and then the son was like, you. I said, bro, get out of here. He said, I'm not leaving. I said, you're going to leave right now. So then he keeps going. Then he decides to go out the side door. I'm going to fight you right now. I said, okay, let's go outside. So he runs out the side door. That's when I just lock the side door. She comes over to me and starts screaming in my face in front of the entire restaurant. Screaming at me for no reason. Telling me I'm a dick. I'm an asshole. So then when we were sitting out here waiting, and the guys were going back in looking for my purse or whatever, my daughter was just laying on the horn.
Oh, yeah. I heard the 911 call.
Uh-huh.
And,
We were just
I heard
being
the-
obnoxious. Yeah.
And they're laughing on their way out. They're like, oh, nothing's going to happen. No, she's like, you. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to call the cops.
So that, and again, I know we talked about it, pressing charges.
Yeah, I will. I'm
So-
going to act like that.
I'm gonna go with the obstruction. I was gonna do disorderly, but I'm just gonna do the battery. And in lieu of a disorderly, I'm not gonna hit with three things.
So if you want to tell her that she's no longer welcome here,
I'll let her know.
like you said, the battery, and then we've got another charge on her.
And then I'll pull a separate number for the trespass.
So will I get in trouble if I put on the reviews?
No, that's freedom of speech, love. You can do whatever the hell you want with that.
After everything's said and done, I'm going to go ahead and just let you know you're no longer welcome at our restaurant, okay? Yes,
Oh, don't you worry. And you're not the owner, so quit calling
I just wanna let you
yourself
know
the
that.
owner.
Thank you.
Yeah, Your false pretense.
Sounds good. I appreciate that.
So this is a trespass warrant. Do you understand what that is?
Yeah, never come back then. That's fine. Yeah, thanks.
All right, we're gonna take a walk over to my car, okay?
Okay. With me?
Yeah. Am I okay if I grab
Yes.
your arm now?
Yes, if she stays with me.
She can come along with us. We're just gonna go right around the corner to my vehicle here.
Wait, am I going to?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Because I.
Yeah, I already explained it to John. It should have been 2 minutes to get charges.
Okay.
Booking in might take an hour or two, but then if you've never been in trouble before other than a speeding ticket, well, because of, so one, there is the charge of obstruction, which is for you not listening to our commands to get out of the vehicle. And that through him did hit him directly in the chest.
What do you think? Did her reaction justify the arrest? Or was the situation mishandled? Share your thoughts in the comments.
No?
I don't. Yeah, you.
She's going to. I'm not going to do this.